Hi friends, in this session we would discuss about singleton design pattern. You can imagine printer spooler or cricket ball as a best example for singleton pattern. Here we shall take cricket ball. With that we learn singleton pattern. For and over we have 6 balls in the cricket game. I am not telling anything new. As per the ICC rule, cannot change the ball till 35th over. Previously, balls were switched when they became soft and pitch colored. So every ball in the over is an instance of the same ball as like singleton. In singleton, we allow a class to be instantiated only once and use again and again from entire application. In the same fashion, we are not supposed to change the ball and use the same ball again and again till 35th over of the innings. A singleton candidate must satisfy three requirements: controls concurrent access to a shared resource. Access to the resource will be requested from multiple disparate parts of the system. There can be only one object. So cricket ball satisfies all three requirements. So how to remember singleton? So to remember singleton pattern, always remember two things. Other flavors are adding toppings to your ice creams. Number one, enable private constructor so that we cannot create object for the singleton class from outside. Number two, use public static property to create instance and return to the outside world. Why public static property? We have restricted creation of object for this class. Then how can we access its members or definitions? Static properties which are public can be accessed using class dot and then property name, so that we need not create object outside to invoke the members. There are 6 different implementations of singleton pattern. Based on our requirement, we can use any of the implementations. But basic thumb rule is the 2. Enabling private constructor and using static public property to create instance. Object should be created only once and shared across whenever required by other classes or objects. We shall discuss in the below flow. Number 1, definition. Number 2, like what are the 6 different implementations. Number 3, use of singleton. Number 4, pros and cons of singleton. Number 5, why not static variable instead of singleton. To make this video shorter, I shall restrict with only one implementation, and other implementation we shall cover in the next series of these videos. As this pattern helps to create objects, it falls under creational pattern of Gang of 4 design patterns. Singleton is a creational design pattern that lets you ensure that a class has only one instance while providing a global access point to this instance. You can map it with global variable, but it has several other things as well. We shall see in detail when we discuss about why not static variable instead of singleton section. Singleton also refers to an anti-pattern. It's not anti-pattern, it is an anti-pattern. It does mean developers gets confused its applicability and use a singleton everywhere where they may not be requirement to create only one instance, sharing the same instance across. Next, what are the 6 variations of this pattern? First one is simple singleton. You can look at it has a private constructor, so instance cannot be created from outside, and it has public static property which is responsible for creating instance. This type of implementation is not thread safe. We shall see with the cricket ball example on how we can test the thread safety and what would happen in detail. If you see in Solution Explorer, I have created all 6 types of implementations. We look at simple singleton class. Note down here, this class can be sealed or normal class. If you use sealed class, then you cannot derive this class. That is, you cannot inherit this class in any child class. As of now, I make this class as normal class. Then I had private constructor. Note down, I explicitly used private keyword. In .NET by default, if you create a constructor, it would be private. Anyway, I specified it explicitly, which restricts object creation for this class from other classes. Get cricket ball is a static method. This can either be property or method as per your wish. Inside this method, we are creating object, and this is referred to as lazy instantiation, which means whenever you invoke this method, it would check whether the instance variable exists. If it exists, it would return the instance, else it would create. Then comes increment method, which increments the ball counter whenever a bowler throws a ball. We can see the number of balls bowled using the print method. In the client class, we are invoking the static getCricketBall method to create instance for the very first ball in the innings. We are incrementing the ball counter using increment method. Same way for other balls in the over till last ball. We consider we have only two balls in the over. We are comparing the instances. If our implementation is correct, then we need to get the singleton implemented as instances or same message in the console, and also we need to get the number of balls bowled as 2. Let's see. Great, it works. However, we have a problem here. The implementation is not thread safe. If parallel threads falls into race condition, then our implementation might fail and print different output. Just look at what will happen without thread safety method. We are using parallel.invoke to invoke the getCricketBall method for first ball as well as for the last ball. If we run and see the output, it might output different values at different times due to thread race condition. Let's see. In the next type of implementation, we will learn how to implement thread safe singleton. Please join me in next video. Thanks for listening to me.